Some like to imagine the dark caress of someone else. I guess any thrill will do. Would things be easier if there was a right way? Honey, there is no right way.
Honored attendees, please put your hands together for the Miss Indigenous Canada 2026 delegates.
Brianda Robillard from Black Lake Denisovan First Nations.
Heather Wolfier, Siksika First Nation. Bear Rose, North Kamingwaning First Nation. Yanakoti Ochapois First Nation.
Anna Nataways, Peter Valentine Cree Nation.
Raven Stevens, Millbrook First Nation. Jerry Blue Cloud, Yellowquill First Nation.
Kegana Tanasco, Kitigon Zibi. Natalie Resto, Okikindot, Anishinabek.
Michaela Worm from Twakatee First Nation.
Kevin Solomon, Naguka Kalista Aurora Amanika Inose, Wikwebkong, Unceded Territory.
Brooke Metuays, Cold Lake First Nations. Shaylin Allison, Guard River First Nation.
Storm Angela, Black Soul First Nation. Sage Julie, Gossawage. Esquay Masti, Wiswanapi, EOHG. Emma Pickering, Lennox Island First Nation.
Kaishandre DeJarlis, Ebb and Flow First Nation.
Please welcome your hosts for this evening, Miss World Canada 2022, Emma Morrison, and comedian Janelle Niles.
Hey, good evening, everyone. It is our honor to welcome you all to the 3rd annual Miss Indigenous Canada Final Showcase. Live from Haudenosaunee Territory. Let's give another big round of applause for our extraordinary delegates.
Ninda Louisi, Janelle Niles, Wadabexi, Sabaganagadi, Nova Scotia. My name is Janelle Niles. I'm a First Nations Mi'kmaq and Black woman from Sabaganagadi, Nova Scotia. And I am Mr. International Two-Spirit, crowned 37th International Two-Spirit in Oklahoma.
again, I'm a proud Cree from Chapleau Cree First Nation in Treaty 9 territory. I'm a former title holder of Miss Northern Ontario, Miss Teenage Canada, Miss World Canada, and I most represented Canada at Miss World last year in India. So I'm so happy to be here, back hosting Miss Indigenous Canada.
Tonight, we have 20 delegates representing Indigenous communities across the country. We have an exciting show lined up for you, starting with the cultural presentation competition featuring all 20 delegates. After a brief intermission, we will meet the top 10 semifinalists as they compete in the prepared statement round.
And following this, we will meet the top 5, where they'll be competing in the final question. Finally, we will be presenting the special awards, announcing the runner-ups, and then crowning the winner of Miss Indigenous Canada 2026.
It's going to be an exciting night. Before we get into it, let's get to know this year's panel, who have been tasked with choosing the next Miss International Canada. The selection committee have spent the past few days getting to know the delegates through each of the competitions, reading about their passions, learning about their communities, and speaking with them one-on-one.
Rachel Hill is Mohawk Turtle Clan from 6 Nations of the Grand River Territory. She holds a Bachelor's of Education from Brock University and an Honors of Bachelor's of Arts in Sociology from McMaster University. Rachel currently serves as the Registrar of 6 Nations Polytech, where she is proud to support student success and contribute to Indigenous post-secondary education. Rachel was honored to serve as Miss 6 Nations from 1993 to 1994, proudly representing her community. Rachel Hill.
Our next judge is Shelley Squire. Shelley is a proud Mohawk woman from the Turtle Clan of the Grand River Territory. She has served as the Ambassador Pageant Director for the Indian Defense League of America for nearly a decade, is the founder of the Grand River Artisan Market, and owner of Our Medicines, Onagwa, a jewelry business that utilizes the 4 sacred medicines.
And last but not least, our final judge is Chief Shelley Moore Frappier. Shelley Moore Frappier is the chief of the Te Maagama Anishinaabe, currently serving her 2nd term. She holds leadership past croats with the Chiefs of Ontario and the Independent First Nations, utilizing her extensive experience in education, governance, and Indigenous advocacy.
Incredible. What an honor to share a space with such impressive panel.
All right. Well, now for a celebration of culture, community, and history. The cultural presentation competition. Delegates were asked to choose a topic based on something from their culture that they wanted to share with us here tonight. This could include notable people, ceremonies, teachings, sports, dance, music, crafts, and maybe more.
So first, we will begin with our first delegate, Brianda Robillard. Brianda's favorite Indigenous food is boiled caribou tongue and dry meat. Let's welcome her on stage.
Hello, my name is Brianda Robillard. I'm from Black Lake Denisouslinan First Nations, located on Treaty 8 territory in northern Athabasca region in Saskatchewan. I am proud to share a story from my Dene culture, one of courage and leadership and peace. Today I am honoring Fainalter. She is also known as a Lady in Red. She was a young Dene woman whose strength and courage brought peace among relationships. Fainalter lived in a conflict time between the Dene peoples and Crees. When she was captured, she did not choose revenge, but peace. She was a translator and a guide. She saves many lives and speaks of understanding between relationships. As I'm holding this red cloth, I am honoring Thine author, not only as the historical figure, but as an Indigenous woman who showed bravery, courage, and diplomats. Thine author's story not only teaches us the historical bravery actions. She is a reminder of Indigenous women that are peacemakers. Marcy, thank you.
Thank you, Brianda. Next, we're welcoming the delegate number 2, Jerry Blue Cloud. One of Jerry's favorite pastimes is cooking, and she could cook anything from scratch. Give it up for Jerry Blue Cloud.
Good evening, everyone. So once again, my name is Jerry Blue Cloud. I am from Yellow Quill First Nations, located in Saskatchewan in Treaty 4. I also have strong roots in East Preston, which is one of the largest Black communities in Nova Scotia. So today I'm going to read an original poem that tells my story as a former kid in care and how that is rooted in how those experiences have shaped the woman that I am today. I've been reclaiming my identity as an Indigenous woman, and I'm proud to share that I am healing and I'm rooted in resilience. Still I rise. Intergenerational pain lived quietly in my bones, in the silence between questions, in the ache of not knowing where I truly belonged. Resilience. Not the kind that is soft and quiet, but the kind that survives when it shouldn't have to. There was absences that shaped me, language I couldn't speak, ceremony I didn't know, family I carried in my spirit, but I couldn't reach on my own. I am Indigenous, I am here, and I still rise. I am unlearning silence, I am reclaiming what was interrupted, I am getting the pieces back together. Intergenerational pain may have lived in my bones, but it no longer defines my story. In its place, I carry connection, I carry healing, I carry hope, I carry resilience. I am not what was taken, I am what remains, what returns, and what rises. In this return, there is healing, there is power, there is me, still I rise. Thank you.
Thank you, Jerry. Now let's bring out delegate number 3, Vera DeRose. Vera's favorite Indigenous food is wild rice, moose meat, and walleye. Let's give her a hand.
Bonjour, everyone. Good evening. My name is Vera DeRose. I come from North Warning First Nation, and I'm here to tell you the story about the Jingle Dress Dance. The origin of this story comes from North Warning First Nation, also formerly known as Whitefish Bay. And this story is very heartfelt. It started when this very respected elder in my community named Pinessi had a very sickly granddaughter. And he prayed to Creator for guidance and helping her with this sickness. And with that came a vision. This vision had women in these dresses with metal cones, 365 cones to represent each day of the year. And with that came the teachings and the songs. And with that, he created this jingle dress for her. And like he got her to wear it, go out in the circle playing these songs. People had to carry her the first round. Then the second round, these women from the community helped her come around. Third round, she was able to stand up by herself, and the more that she went, gradually, the better that she got. And with that story became the jingle dress, known as the healing dress. And with this, it's used in ceremonies, healing, strength, and it's something that I'm proudly representing as a big part of the Powwow community, a big part of where I come from, my home. There's an elder that used to dance with Maggie White. Maggie White was the one that was sick, and this other elder, her name's Isabel White. She's still an old style jingle dress dancer to this day. And I see her out in powwows. I talk to her, and she's the one that gave me these teachings. She's the one that lived it, was dancing beside Maggie White. And I want to keep that integrity of the jingle dress, to keep it for what it's meant to be. So with that, I would like to conclude by showing you a little demonstration of the jingle dress dance. Dance, you dance in zigzags. That zigzag is supposed to represent an otter trail, and an otter is a very healing animal in our culture. Same thing with the muskrat. Oh, sorry, out of breath. Oh, puffed out. But yeah,
Well, thank you, Vera. Next, we welcome delegate number 4, Storm Anchkanab. A fun fact about Storm is that she can do a loon call. Let's welcome her to the stage.
Alim Bajou, my name is Storm Anchkanab. My spirit name is Running Wolf, and I'm Eagle Clan. Today I'm going to share with you the creation story of Turtle Island. Now the story changes and it differs depending on the nation and territory it's told on. This is the way it was taught to me by my aunt one summer. She gathered all of us kids together because it was raining, all my cousins. But she told us this story, and after she told us this, she asked to let us make a picture with the pencil and crayons she gave us, and she told us to draw the gift it gave us. And that's what I do today with my artwork. I'm an artist. I made this after my son was born. And it's important for me to pass through my art the knowledge and teachings that were passed down to me. And I carry that with such respect because I didn't used to draw like this. I wasn't proud of my culture, but when I found the pride in my culture, it started speaking through my art. I'm a Anishinaabe Kwe. So the story, the way that I was taught was that the first people, they didn't live in harmony. So Gitchimanitu, he created the big flood, Nibi, with water, and to purify the world. And Nanabuji, the trickster, who's a rabbit in this picture, because he can shapeshift, he had an idea for the new world. If he could get a piece of dirt, he can make a new world, but he had to go down to the bottom and get it. And he couldn't hold his breath that long. He would try to dive down. And he survived on a log with a few other animals, and the other animals offered to go down for him. But none of them could hold their breath that long. They thought the bottom didn't exist anymore. Until a small voice spoke up, and it was Muskrat. The other animals that did survive, they all laughed at him because he was so small. And this story teaches humility because it doesn't matter how small we are, how my voice shakes, I'm still going to use it because I have a voice now to speak. And I use that voice today just because it doesn't matter if I shake. I'm going to share it with the youth and encourage them to use theirs. So Muskrat, he was the one who got the earth, the piece of land for the new world. He passed away, he gave his spirit, he sacrificed his spirit for us. So Turtle, he offered to bear the new world on his back, and that's the Turtle Island we live on today. And when we offer tobacco, we think of Muskrat and the sacrifice he gave us when we offer that pinch of tobacco. And it's important for me not just to pass down to youth, but to my son too, because I am a proud mom. And for our future generations. So miigwech, thank you.
Thank you, Storm. Let's bring out delegate number 5, Anna Natawes. Her biggest role model is her kukum, Roseanne Bear. Give it up for Anna.
Tanta, everyone. My story begins in the early 1920s, along the Churchill River where my ancestors lived. Our people had a strong and thriving way of life. We lived in harmony with the land. And our people depended on it for our survival and well-being. We spoke Woodland Cree fluently, and our traditions guided us on how we lived, how we learned, and how we cared for one another. But then everything changed when a hydroelectric power station was built near our community to provide power to Manitoba. While this project brought jobs to some of our men, it also came with deep sacrifices. To work, many were forced to give up their treaty rights, and with that loss came the loss of important parts of who they were. Those who worked there were not allowed to speak their language. Their traditional names were taken away from them and replaced. Even though this development was built on our land, there were facilities our people were not allowed to use. Despite being so close to this source of power, our own community did not receive electricity until many years later. Over time, the impacts grew. Families began to lose their language. People were treated unfairly for speaking Cree and practicing their traditions. Fear and pressure caused many to set aside parts of their identity just to get by. But then a school was built, and everything was seen. But then a school was built, and everything was seen. Today, our community is the only one among the surrounding communities where our mother is no longer widely spoken. We lost many traditional teachings. Elders who once held and shared this knowledge are no longer with us, and without them, so much wisdom has been lost. But this is not just a story of loss. It's also a story of resilience. It's a reminder of the strength of our ancestors who endured these hardships and these changes. It is a reminder, it is a call to remember, to learn, and to rebuild what we can. We carry this history with us, and by sharing it, we honor those who came before us, and we keep their spirit alive. Tinigi.
Thank you, Anna. Now we'll be hearing from delegate number 6, Natalie Restool. Natalie's favorite Indigenous food is berries. Welcome to the stage, Natalie.
Ani Bojo, Natalie Indigenous Cause, Oki Kendot and Donjaba, Nishnabe Clayendale. Hello, good evening, everyone. My name is Natalie. I come from Dokis, and I'm a proud Anishinaabe woman. It's been such a gift and pleasure to learn and speak my language in my community. And this evening, you are all my students. Welcome to class. In our language, words are more than just words. They talk about the stories of how we live as Anishinaabe. And in those teachings, talks about the responsibility we have to give back to our families, communities, and the future generations. So this evening, as my students, I'm going to need your help, and you're going to repeat after me. Ambe majada, ambe majada. Wow, very well done. Now the next part of the song is Jibwa bidabang, Jibwa bidabang. Oh wow, you guys are wonderful. So now we're going to put those two together. Can we do that? I think so. Are you ready? Ambe majada, Jibwa bidabang. Beautiful. Now that you're ready, you're going to help me sing this first part of that song. Ambe majada, Jibwa bidavang, ga kinogome gana ge king oma, ge kinogome gana ge king oma. Jimmy Gretch.
Thank you, Natalie. Next, we have Delegate 7, Heaven Solomon. Heaven's favorite Indigenous food is fresh fiddleheads and salmon. Let's give it up for Heaven.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Heaven. I'm from Tobic First Nation in New Brunswick. Tonight, I would like to start us off with sharing a song that is very near and dear to my heart. This is a song that was written and performed by the Nugukuk drummers from my community, and this message is something that I've carried with me throughout this whole journey, so I'm very happy to share this with you, and I hope you enjoy. Pseuda Dolnabamic, all my relations. Pseudan about so we know Magilwa yod. Pseudan about so we know Magilwa yod. Chigigwa son skit gamig nagapsi dani janak. Kmile yanye yod pseudageg. Away, hey, away, hey, 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 away, hey, away, hey, 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 away, hey, away, hey, away, hey. Away, away, hey, 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 all my people, this is for you. All All my people, this is for you. Mother Earth and all her children. What I give away is what I give to you. Away, ah, hey, ah. Away, ah, hey, ah, hey, ah, hey. Away, ah, hey, ah. Away, ah, hey, ah, hey, ah, hey. Away, ah, hey, ah. Away, ah, hey, ah. Away, ah, hey. Away, away, ah, hey, ah, hey, ah, hey. Will you win? Thank you.
Thank you, Heaven. And now to introduce delegate number 8, Brooke Metroways. Brooke's biggest role model is author, speaker, Indigenous facilitator, and systems change expert, Elaine Alec. Welcome to the stage, Brooke.
Danse, Gakyo, Tatam Skap Na Wow. Brooke Mechuis, Netsigasan, Cold Lake First Nations, Ochinia. Hello, good evening, everyone. My name is Brooke Mechuis. I am a proud Plains Cree woman from Cold Lake First Nations in Treaty 6 territory, Alberta. This evening, I am going to be presenting the Sisi Guan, which is the rattle, and the Hiawan, the Cree language. The Sisi Guan is derived from the root word Siguan, which means spring. And for us, spring is a time of renewal. It's a time for healing. It's a time for regrowth. And the story that was told to me was we actually got gifted the Siguan from the stars. We used to look up and see a constellation of stars, and we knew it was time to craft our Sisiguan. So we now craft this with rawhide and sinew, which actually connects us to the animal spirit as humans. And this evening, I'm actually going to be I have composed a song for my dad, who is here this evening. And the lyrics translate from Nehia 1 as I love you, Father, I'm grateful for you, Father, and I'm healing with you, Father. And the way I actually honor my mother is through my voice. She is a natural storyteller. Through her lyrics, she always used to sing us songs. So it's important for me to honor my parents. So I hope you enjoy this song. Gisagit natawe nita tamina natawe nanatawi hawen we are hey oh hey. When I was young, you held me, holding me close, your baby I'll always be. Gisagit natawe, we are hey oh hey. And so for me, if we are not singing our songs and we're not dancing as Indigenous people, then the government has won. So it's important for us to tell our stories and our teachings through song and dance. Ginanasko metenao. Hi, hi.
How are we feeling tonight? Oh, I can't hear you. How are we doing? So first, I'd like to thank you, Brooke. And next, let's welcome delegate number 9, Esque Masti. At a powwow, you can find her buying big pair of beaded deadly earrings. Let's give her a warm welcome to the stage.
Wajekumswe, Esque Masti Isangason, Waswanapi Nochin. Hi everybody, my name is Esque Masti, I'm from Waswanapi. Tonight I want to talk to you about my culture. And this culture is legally protected. So in 1971, Quebec Premier Robert Bourassa announced a $6 billion hydroelectric development project in my territory of EUSG. The Crees heard about this project and said, no, this is our land, we must protect it. So we went to court for 3 years, we sought an injunction. However, after signed in 1975, an agreement was signed. This is the James Bay and Northern Quebec Agreement, also known as the JBNQA. Through Section 24 of the JBNQA, we are granted the exclusive rights to hunt, fish, and trap on our territory. In particular, we celebrate Moose Break and Goose Break. So, in Moose Break, we utilize snowshoes, which allow us to walk efficiently on top of the snow while hunting. And this is an actual moose antler from my territory that was created as art to represent our culture and identity. While we were hunting, we carry a Nimudan bag. Nimudan bag is a hunting bag you carry with you for all your tools and all your hunting supplies. Traditionally, tamarack decoys were utilized during goose break. So this little hole here actually represents the white of a goose head. So other geese would see this and say, there's geese there, let's land. This would allow us to hunt more efficiently. Nowadays, we use it to represent our culture and identity. The first goose is actually a very sacred practice for us. So this goose was killed 16 years ago by my husband. It is a beaded goose head, and it is decorated to represent you are now a hunter. So, through Section 24 of the James Bay and Northern Quebec Agreement, our rights remain protected and practiced for Cree culture and Cree identity. Agade wajek miigwech ninskumdana.
Right, thank you, Esque. Now we have delegate number 10, Taishandria Desjarles. Her favorite pastime is playing volleyball with her cousins. Let's welcome her to the stage.
These are my props. Do I just take them out myself? Okay. Hello. Let me just set my props up here first. Anin bonjour, ainda na casa babashkemash que topishikis, tishkores, and ishnabe que kaka kweke jong indunji. Nishtanash and iswe de sepune. Hello, good day. My name is Taishandria Desjarles, and I'm a proud Saulteaux Anishinaabe from Brantford First Nation in Treaty 2 territory. So first, I have one question I would like to ask you. Who here has something from their childhood that they would never give away? Make some noise. Love that. So to see this here, this is mine. This is a white buffalo. This was given to me by my cousin when I was very little, and I've carried it my entire life. The buffalo, it represents a whole lot in our Anishinaabe culture. The buffalo is a giver. It provided our clothing, our tools, our food, and so much more. This is right here. You might not be able to see it so clearly. This is my great choom here, my choom choom, like Percy Hoole. He gifted me my spirit name when I was a baby, and I've carried it throughout my life entirely. No matter where I go, no matter what I do, I introduce myself in the my spirit name, Wabashke Mashkadopijiki. And with this, I take this wherever I go. To you, it might just look like a stuffed animal, but to me, it means so much more. I smudge it, I dance with it, I take it everywhere. This is me. The buffalo, like I said, is a giver. And with that, with my name, I know that that is my responsibility to always give back to my community. Whether that's with the Southern Chiefs Organization, the Brandon Friendship Center, teaching, just being a friend there for people, I use my name. And I understand how great of a responsibility it is for me. So that's why I wanted to share it with you today. Thank you, all my relatives.
Thank you, Tysandra. Next, we welcome Delegate 11, Ava Rowe, to the stage. Ava's favorite pastime is spending time on the land. Give it up for Ava Rowe.
Tanse Nisigasan Ava Rowe, Otsenia, Paddle Prairie Métis Settlement. Hello, my name is Ava Rowe and I'm from Paddle Prairie Métis Settlement. Today for my cultural presentation, I want to share with you the cultural significance of beadwork to our Métis people. So the Métis people of Canada are known for their vibrant culture and in many ways, but today I'm going to talk about beadwork. So the Métis people of Alberta have been known for with many different names. I myself like to refer to us as Apatawagusasan. This means half-blood in Cree. Another word that has been used is the floral beadwork people. So I would just like to share a teaching. So I'm going to share with you guys what is called a spirit bead. Oftentimes in traditional Métis beadwork, we will see one miscolored bead. This bead is called the spirit bead. This is a teaching of humility. It reminds us that we are no better than or any less than anybody else. This bead also reminds us that as humans, we're never meant or created to be perfect, and only the Creator can create something truly perfect. Another thing I would just like to share with you today is these wraparounds I brought belong to my late grandfather. And as we could see, even our Métis men loved the vibrant floral beadwork in our culture. This is another pair of wraparounds. These ones were created by my auntie. Once again, beautiful floral beadwork, very vibrant, very beautiful. Can I ask with him?
Thank you, Ava. Now we'll be hearing from delegate number 12, Heather Wolfier. Heather says she has a unique problem-solving ability, and she is known for always finding a thoughtful, effective solution, no matter the challenge. Welcome to the stage, Heather.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Heather Wolfier, and in 2013, my uncle was taken from our family. And in my grief as a little girl, I made a promise to myself not to sing until the man who took him from us was brought to justice. In 2024, he was. So this song is my love letter to him and to all those whose lives have been taken or forever changed by the missing and murdered Indigenous peoples crisis. Yeah, as long as the grass grows, river flows. As long as the wind blows, That's how my love will be for all eternity. Way-oh, hey-ya, hey-yo. Ya adaya yala hey, ya adaya yala hey, way ya way ya way ya way ya yo hey, way ya way ya yo hey, way ya way ya way ya way ya way ya lo hey, way oh hey ya hey yo. As long as the grass grows, river flows. As long as the wind blows, that's how my love will be for all eternity. Hey-oh, hey-ya, hey-yo. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Heather. Next, let's welcome Delegate 13, Kiana Cody. A fun fact about Kiana is that she loves res dogs. Let's give her a warm welcome to the stage.
It is time for beautiful teachings. I would first like to begin, when the water breaks, there is life. And when our babies come into this world, they come with instructions from the Creator, passed down through the oral tradition. My mother and auntie shared their teachings from their grandmother, Margaret Bear, a medicine woman and a midwife. She delivered 33 healthy babies into our nation, blessing each of them with the Cree language. They asked Cookum, "Why do you put the baby in the cradle board?" "My girl, it is to strengthen their eyes, their ears, and their smell, because they're not distracted by their hands or their feet." This is an example of those instructions being passed through the oral tradition. Other teachings include when you give birth, you face the east. And when our babies come into this world, the first thing they should hear is their Cree language. And each child born has a name for them given to them by the Creator. It is the women that bring life into this world. They are bestowed the sacred responsibility from Creator. Our grandmother talked about our first lawmaker, our great Mother Earth. She gave us our natural law, which we use to govern our conduct with each other, the physical and the spiritual world. In a time of man-made intelligence, artificial intelligence will never carry the spirits and the stories of our ancestors. Be weary of a world where AI is so accessible. Be mindful of the impacts it has on the lands, waters, and our relationships with each other. Our oral tradition is too sacred, and it is only preserved through the precious time we spend together and on the land. Our Mother Earth works too hard to take care of each and every one of her children. And as mothers, we must ensure we instill the values of our stories and ceremonies into our children. Let them know who they are and where they come from. And if we do this, our generations will be strong. Ekwase, thank you.
Thank you, Kiana. Now we have Delegate 14, Raven Stevens. Raven's biggest role model is water walker, grassroots grandmother, elder, residential school survivor, Doreen Bernard. Welcome to the stage, Raven.
Gwe, Nindelawasi Raven Stevens, Nindaleawi Millbrook First Nation and Mi'kma'ki. For generations, my people have understood the changes and rhythms in our oceans, shorelines, fish migration, storm patterns. Through history and observation, we were the original scientists. Doreen Bernard is a residential school survivor, knowledge keeper, elder, water protector, and environmental activist. She has taught me that water, or samkwan, is not just a resource, it's a relative. She is one of the many elders who has shaped and influenced me into the person I am today. I'm an aquatic science biologist working on marine conservation. But aside from that, I'm also a writer. So I've written a poem to not only express my love and respect for the water, but to help be its voice. She has a name older than time, older than both yours combined with mine. She is a relative living and true. As Mi'kmaq women, it's our responsibility to walk the paths our waters knew. In our mother's womb, we began in her care, floating in the protective waters that held us there. We drink her water, we breathe her mist. She lives in every living cell that exists. From time immemorial, we have walked with her tides. We follow her current, standing side by side, not as owners who conquer or claim, but as relatives who speak her name. We took what we needed, no more, no less, with ceremony woven into each harvest. A moderate livelihood, steady and fair, enough for our families, enough to share. We fished with respect for the spawning run. We thanked every salmon, every single one. We understood the balance, the give and the take, that the rivers must live for the next 7 generations' sake. We know samkwan for its sacred role, that it nourishes the earth, body, and soul. Then greed sailed across her skin from the decks of splintered ships. They came speaking of peace and friendship, of colonization on their lips. They forgot she is spirit. They forgot she is kin. They're exploiting her resources. She has a prize to win. But samkwan remembers it all. She remembers treaties broken in greed, our Ilnu communities crying for what we need. She remembers the children forced to fight for clean water as a birthright. But Mi'kmaq women were born to stand up and say that we will protect our lands and waters every single day. Mi'kmaq women, we hear Mother Earth's pleas, so we'll speak for the birds, the fish, and the trees. We'll pray for the rivers when they are denied. We'll walk for the seas where the climate continues to rise. Mi'kmaq women are resilient. Mi'kmaq women are strong. So we'll fight for what's right in a world where there's far too much wrong. My elders told me to let the next generation know that when the water dries up, man cannot drink gold. Nin daladi getis wujit samkwan. I will do it for the water. Imsit nogama bualio.
Walalan. Thank you, Raven. Up next is number 15, Keganaw Tenasco. A unique skill of Keganaw's is that she can do a great Jennifer Coolidge impression. Makes me want a scone dog real bad. So everyone, give it up for Kananga.
Kwe kakana, kegana Tenasco, Nindigenous, Kitagon Zibi, Nindonjaba. Hello, everybody. My name is Kegana Tenasco. I'm Anishinaabe, and I am from Kitagon Zibi. Tonight, I am presenting Tikanagan teachings. So, broken down, the word Tikanagan translates to tik, which comes from our word mitig, which means tree, and our word noggin, which is for vessel. So, put together, tree vessel. Us Anishinaabe were very nomadic people, so we needed to find ways to easily and safely transport our babies, but with what? If you come to visit our nation, you'll realize they don't call us the Woodland Nation for no reason. Our terrain is covered in trees. So it makes sense then that we would have used the resources that we had available no matter where we traveled. Typically, our Tikanagans are made of kijik, ash, agamuk, kijik, cedar, agamuk, ash, or like baby me here, weegwas, birch. And I know what you're thinking. Oh, she was so cute. What happened to her? How did she get even cuter? Anyways, enough about me. The Tukanagan was perfect for both stationary and movement. My mom could carry me for extremely great lengths, but she could also safely rest me up against a tree without worrying that I'd fall. But if I did, it's created in such a way that I'd still be perfectly safe. To me, though, what makes the Tukanagan so culturally significant is the teachings behind it. Our late elders would say that the tuckinoggin is actually a baby's first teacher, and this is because of the way that it shapes how our babies see the world. Unlike a stroller where newborns can only look upwards, our babies get to learn head on from day one. As an educator myself, I love that it teaches that our education doesn't just start in kindergarten at age 5, but right from the womb. This is embedded into its design, actually. So here you see the wraparound part that tightly embraces our babies, and that is to mimic the mom's womb, to give it comfort. And then here on the sides, we have these very long ties, and this is to represent the umbilical cord, both of which deeply show our connection to Mother Earth. So it's no wonder that these are sacred gifts passed down generationally. With that said, I wrote a little lullaby to pass down to future generations of little tuckinoggin babies. So feel free to close your eyes for a quick second. Tuckinoggin, tuckinoggin, fast, minnow, minnow, nago shug. Hold your crying little darling. You know, we'll wrap you up. Miigwech, thank you so much.
Thank you, Kaganaw. Introducing Delegate 16, Michaela Worm. Michaela's biggest role model is Dr. Nadine Karen, the first ever Indigenous woman surgeon. Let's give Michaela a warm round of applause.
Tansei, hello. My name is Michaela Worm. I am from Kwakatoos First Nation, located on Treaty 4 territory. So today I'm going to be doing storytelling, and that's going to consist of me reconnecting, strengthening my spirituality in sweat ceremony. So I'd like to emphasize that I was always involved with my culture. I was always around it. I was always there. I respected the culture, and I loved it so much. I loved the people. I loved everything about it. However, there was something missing. There was that spiritual belief that I was missing within that, my belief in Creator. Why was that missing? Well, I grew up in an urban community, okay? So I was ashamed of who I was growing up in that community. I was different. So what was I supposed to do? So my mom, she always taught me, smudge, believe in Creator, and I said, no, I don't want to do that. No, I don't want to. And I brushed it off, I neglected it. I was 15 years old, and I was ignorant, I was hard-headed, I thought I knew what I wanted. But nonetheless, something happened, an inconvenience in my life happened, and it made me feel very vulnerable and weak. And so my mom told me for the 100th time, Creator's watching over you, my girl. And I said, well, maybe it is, that 1 ounce of belief that I had. And so I went to a sweat finally, and the elder called and was like, I have a name for that girl now. And I'm like, okay, I'll come, I'll do it. And a sweat lodge is a half dome, it's not that tall, there's rocks in the middle, hot, and you pour water over, steam comes up, you sweat, you release your negativity, you heal. And so that's what I did as a little 15, 16-year-old. And I went there and I did it myself. I was underneath that towel and I was like, okay, I'll believe. I'll pray. I actually meant it this time though. And so I did that, and I actually felt the grandfathers with me. I felt them, they touched me. They were there with me. And I saw them. And that was the first time that I ever felt something as a young girl. And neglecting that my whole life, I was just like, okay, there's something there, and that's what I needed as a young girl, to finally believe in something. And so yeah, my Indian name, you're probably wondering, that was for my Indian name, that ceremony, and I'm Loud Spirit. Kakasiwa Kisiko is who I am. That's Loud Spirit in Cree. I'm a Plains Cree woman, and I'm very proud to be who I am today, and to have the grandfathers watching over me today as well. And my whole life, they'll be there. Thank you so much for listening.
Thank you, Michaela. Next, let's welcome number 17, Aurora Omanika Inoze. A fun fact about Aurora is that she was featured in a Kent Monkman painting. Give it up for Aurora.
Oh, hey guys, have you guys been there this entire time? Sorry, I was just practicing my dancing. Ani Bojo, Aurora Amanika Inose Dishnakas, Wickwem Konyan Ceded Territory Donjaba, Anishna Bekwe Endao. Hello everyone, and I'm super excited to be here. Today I wanted to come out here and share a little bit about our grandmother dress. And as you can see, I'm wearing her today, and I feel so beautiful in my grandmother dress. I remember the first time that I wore my grandmother dress, and I looked inside the mirror and I said, "Who's that beautiful Anishinaabekwe?" No, but really, I put on this dress and I felt so strong and so powerful and so beautiful. They say that when you wear the grandmother dress, that you have to tell a story. And the story that I like to share when I dance is I like to canoe. And I like to canoe because when I was a young girl, I would go on canoe trips in my community. These canoe trips would be 10 days. And those canoe trips are really important to me because they would strengthen my connection to my culture and to my community. And this was incredibly important to me because I grew up as an urban Indigenous Kwe. The grandmother dress is a dress that predates contact. There are 4 eras that the dress exists in. There is the hide era, and what's super cool about the hide era is that if you look at my sleeves, the sleeves are meant to mimic the back legs of a deer. The body of the dress is the body of a deer. And the straps that hold up my dress are the front legs of a deer. And while we go through different eras of the dress, the design continues to remain the same to honor the spirit of that deer, to honor the original designs of the grandmother dress. And I think that's just a super cool fact. Today we see more and more people choosing and deciding to dance in this style again. We see our young people, they're making these dresses. We see our families making outfits together. I know my family's out there, and we're a little woodland family, and we're creating our outfits, and we're doing our part in revitalizing and reclaiming back this style. I see the grandmother dress as more than just a dress. I see it as an example of resiliency. Miigwech.
Thank you, Aurora. Now we have delegate 18, Shaylin Allison. Her favorite hobby is knitting. Welcome to the stage, Shaylin.
Anibajol, Gijagate Queen Dishnikas, Karaganzin Bil Dojaba, Ajajakan Dodam, Annyeonghaseyo Yorobun, Chonan Chilinamida, Hangu Kago Wanjimimida. So hi everyone, my name is Shaylin. I just introduced myself to you in my 2 languages, Anishinaabe and Korean. So that really ties into my presentation today because I'm also presenting on the grandmother dress, but with a bit of a Korean twist. So I really view the grandmother dress as a symbol of Anishinaabe Kwe creativity, innovation, resilience. And so one of my favorite Anishinaabe Kwe, my auntie Erin Lesage, designed this dress for me to honor my identity as an Anishinaabe Kwe and Korean person. So I'm going to show you the back because that's where the really cool stuff is. So the cranes represent my great-grandmother, Doreen Pine Lesage, because she's the great-granddaughter of Chief Shingwak, so the crane is our clan. And if you figured out the live stream, hi Graham, I love you. The cherry blossoms represent my Hanguk Kajok, my Hamoni Yeonja Kim. So the first time I went to Korea, the cherry blossoms were in full bloom. So this will always remind me of that special time. Lastly, the moon on the back represents me, and my Anishinaabe name, Gijigate Kwe, which means moonlight woman. Having all of these symbols together is so important to me because I am not me without all the amazing women in my family. By wearing my grandmother dress today, even though it's a little bit unique, it's still got traditional elements, but it really represents me. It's my way to honor my family and my mom, my aunties, everyone I love. So, miigwech for listening.
Thank you, Shaylin. Next up is number 19, Sage Goodleaf. At a powwow, you can find her hanging out at the elders' tent, visiting with her grandma and listening to stories. Let's make some noise for Sage.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Sage Goodleaf. I'm from Kahnawake, and I know you're wondering where my beautiful outfit is from. It's an ash basket skirt made by Tisha Thompson from Aguasasne, and I want to discuss that fashion is not only beautiful, but it's also a teaching, and it carries a teaching. And this teaching in particular is in relation to ash basket weaving. And ash basket weaving is a very important element to our culture. It not only connects us to family, but it also connects us to land and the knowledge that was carried before us. So it's able to transfer in history. So I thought I'd discuss a little bit about how this process was formed. So first, it begins not in a studio or a store, but it starts off in the forest. And you need to find an ash tree. And the ash tree, you gotta make sure it has no knots, because it's gonna make it harder for you in the future. So first you get the log, and then from the log you pound it. And you pound it so hard that the growth rings slightly separate into splints. And from the splints, you cut and cure them into very precise forms. So you want to make sure they're clean because you don't want to do the job twice because that's going to take so long. And then from this, you get these little rough splints. But from this, you cut them again, you make smaller ones. And from that, you put them on a form, and then you just weave. That's it. That's all there is to it. I'm just kidding. But there's an important element to this, is that there's an environmental harm to this. Because within my community of Kahnawake, 75% of the trees have been extinct due to the emerald ash borer, and also due to colonialism, climate change, and environmental contamination. But that's another story for another day. We only have 2 minutes. So I thought I'd discuss that a little bit. But the understanding within this teaching is also an understanding for environmental harm, but also for the next generations. We want to make sure that our next generations will have access to this. So this makes us with an understanding of having the responsibility to connect this to the next generations. So we just don't go into the forest. We have to have the knowledge before that to make sure we have enough trees so that we can pass down the knowledge to the next generations. And from this skirt, in particular by Tisha Thompson, not only are we able to showcase the same elements and techniques from this to this, because it's the same ones, we can transfer onto the runway. So when we're on the runway, we're not only showcasing basketry, we're showing our relation to land and teaching and knowledge and how it transfers from here to the major runways. I think that's just beautiful, don't you? And from this, not only are we carrying the knowledge of these teachings, it's not just a done-did job. No, we're carrying this for the future generations, which I think is really important. So that's my presentation. Thank you.
Thank you, Sage. Last but not least, we have Emma Pickering. A unique skill of Emma's is that she can deadlift 200 pounds. So let's make some noise for Emma!
Gwe, hello, Ninda Luisi Emma. Hi everyone, my name is Emma and I am from Lennox Island in Epquet or Prince Edward Island. Today I'm going to share with you the Gojua. The Gojua is a traditional Mi'kmaq dance that is done in social ceremonies such as Maui Omis or powwows or celebrations like weddings. The Gojwa has been said to have been dated back to the 1800s, but many believe that it existed long before then. While each family and community may have a little bit of a variation of style of how they do the Gojwa, the purpose remains the same, to bring people together through dance and through culture. The Gojwa is accompanied by the musical instrument a jigama, which I have here from my elder, and it sounds like this. It is made of black ash, and it was made this way because in the past, when our ceremonies were prohibited, this was easy to disguise in a wood pile or to throw in the fire if necessary. Now, the Gojwa is not just a dance, but an act of resiliency. And I'm going to now demonstrate the actual Gojwa step for the dance.
Chugwala lu gwe 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 juwo na chugwalo gwe juwo. Chugwala lu gwe 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 juwo na chugwalo gwe juwo. Chugwala lu gwe 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 juwo na chugwalo gwe juwo. Chugwala lu gwe 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 juwo na chugwalo gwe juwo. Chugwala lu gwe 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 juwo na chugwalo gwe juwo. Chugwala lu gwe 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 juwo na chugwalo gwe juwo. Chugwala lu gwe 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 juwo na get na haduga get juwo nege naduga get juwo nege naduga. Chugwala lu gwe 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 juwo na get na haduga get juwo nego juwa ya ho.
Lalio, thank you.
Well, there you have it, the cultural presentation competition. Let's give another huge round of applause for all of our incredible delegates.
We will now be taking a 15-minute intermission, and when we come back, we will be meeting our top scoring delegates for the prepared statement. Please enjoy your time. Thank you. You rest. Please, please.
I've been trying to do it right. I've been living a lonely life. I've been sleeping here instead. I've been sleeping in my bed. Sleeping in my bed. So show me family, all the blood that I will bleed. I don't know where I belong. I don't know where I went wrong. But I can write a song. I belong with you, you belong with me, you're my sweetheart. I belong with you, you belong with me, you're my sweetheart.
My house in Budapest, my hidden treasure chest, golden grand piano, my beautiful Castillo. You, I'd leave it all. My acres of land I've achieved. It may be hard for you to stop and believe, but for you, I'd leave it all. Oh, for you, I'd leave it all. And give me one good reason why I should never make a change. Baby, if you owe me, then all of this will go away. My many artifacts, the list goes on. If you just say the words, I'll up and run. Oh, to you, I'd leave it all. Oh, to you, I'd leave it all. Give me one good reason why I should never make a change. Baby, if you owe me, then all of this will go away. Give me one good reason why I should never make a change. Baby, if you owe me, then all of this will go away. My friends and family, they don't understand. They fear they'll lose so much if you take my hand. But for you, I'd lose it all. Oh, for you, I'd lose it all. Give me one good reason why I should never make a change. Baby, if you owe me, then all of this will go away. Give me one good reason why I should never make a change. Baby, if you owe me, then all of this will go away. My house in Budapest, my hidden treasure chest, golden grand piano, my beautiful Castillo. I'd leave it all. Oh, for you, I'd leave it all.
to get to anywhere. Maybe we make a deal. Maybe together we can get somewhere. Any place is better. Starting from zero, got nothing to lose. Maybe we'll make something. Me, myself, I got nothing to prove. You got a fast car. I got a plan to get us out of here. Been working at the convenience store. Managed to save just a little bit of money. Won't have to drive too far. Just cross the border and into the city. You and I can both get jobs and finally see what it means to be living. See, my old man's got a problem. Yeah, but the bottle, that's the way it is. He says his body's too old for working. His body's too young to look like his. My mama went off and left him. She wanted more from life than he could give. I said, somebody's got to take care of him. So I quit school and that's what I did. You got a fast car. Is it fast enough so we can fly away? We gotta make a decision. Leave tonight or live and die this way. So I remember when we were driving in your car. Speed so fast I felt like I was drunk. City lights lay out before us and your arm felt nice wrapped around my shoulder. And I had a feeling that I belonged. I had a feeling I could be someone, be someone, be someone. You got a fast car. We go cruise and entertain ourselves. Still ain't got a job. Now work in the market as a checkout girl. I know things will get better. You'll find work and I'll get promoted. We'll move out of the shelter, buy a bigger house and live in the suburbs. So I remember when we were driving in your car. Speed so fast I felt like I was drunk. City lights lay out before us and your arm felt nice wrapped around my shoulder. And I had a feeling that I belonged. I had a feeling I could be someone, be someone, be someone. You got a fast car. I got a job that pays all our bills. We sell drinking late at the bar. See more your friends than you do your kids. I'd always hope for better. Thought maybe together you and me find it. I got no plans, I ain't going nowhere. Take your fast car and keep on driving. So I remember when we were driving in your car. Speed so fast I felt like I was drunk. City lights lay out before us and your arm felt nice wrapped around my shoulder. And I had a feeling that I belonged. I had a feeling I could be someone, be someone, be someone. You got a fast car. Is it fast enough so you can fly away? You gotta make a decision. Leave tonight or live and die this way.
Took my love, took it down. I climbed a mountain and I turned around, and I saw my reflection snow-covered hills till the landslide brought me down. Oh, mirror in the sky, what is love? Can the child within my heart rise above? Can I sail through the changing ocean tides? Can I handle the seasons of my life?
I did change. Heard that in the audience. You're my favorite. Well, welcome back to the 3rd annual Miss Indigenous Canada Final Showcase. Before we meet our top 10, let's talk a little bit about how our semifinalists have been chosen.
What we've seen tonight on stage is only a small part of the ambassador program. All of our delegates participate in 5 categories. This includes the cultural presentations, which we've seen tonight, as well as an essay, interview, and scrapbook. Prior to program week, each delegate took the time to write a personal essay introducing themselves and letting the selection committee know what the title of Miss Indigenous Canada means to them. They also created a scrapbook introducing their communities and discussing community service. During program week, each delegate had a one-on-one interview with each member of the selection committee so they could have the opportunity to share more about who they are and what they stand for. Finally, they are also assessed on their overall impression, which includes their community leadership projects, charitable giving, and more.
And all of these scores combined determine 7 of our semi-finalists who we will be meeting momentarily. The final spots are chosen through 3 fast tracks, which include People's Choice, charitable giving, and community leadership. With that, let's welcome all 20 delegates back onto the stage. This envelope. We have the names of the top 10 highest scoring delegates. Delegates, if your name is called, please step forward and good luck to you all. Wow.
Here are your top 10 in random order.
Amazing. Are you ready? All right, here we go, Janelle.
Shaylin Allison.
Brooke Metroways.
Natalie Rustoli.
Kiera Cody.
Sage Goodleaf.
Tanasco!
Esquay Masti!
Okay, next we have Emma Pickering.
Raven Stevens!
And last but certainly not least, the last delegate to enter the top 10 is Heather Wolfier.
There you have it, the top 10 Miss Indigenous Canada 2026. Can the top 10 delegates please remain on stage?
Amazing. Congratulations to the top 10. And now we'll be moving on to the prepared statements. So now we have the semi-finalist prepared statement presentation. All delegates were asked to prepare a brief statement about a topic of their choosing in the event of making the semifinals. And delegates, you will have exactly 1 minute to deliver your statement. If you go over the time, you will hear this sound. There it is. All right.
We will begin with the first name on the list, Shaylin Allison.
Today I want to talk about the importance of destigmatizing seeking mental health resources for Indigenous youth. I think this is so important because as a young res girl with anxiety, I did not know where to go or what to do. And as I got older and learned about more resources, it made my life so much better. So I'm really, really passionate about being a positive role model for destigmatizing mental health, just talking about it, getting services, including cultural supports, and I'm really grateful for all the supports that do exist, including this program. Miigwech.
Amazing. Thank you very much, Allison. And next we have Brooke.
Danse. Today I want to talk about intergenerational healing. We hear the word intergenerational trauma, and as an Indigenous woman, representation is truly medicine. When I go into schools, organizations, or corporations, I make it a point to show that the youth can achieve anything that they set their mind to, that no dream is too big. And growing up, I didn't see much representation in leadership. So that's why it's important to uplift our youth, because they deserve to see themselves reflected in spaces like this, in spaces of leadership and kinship and relationality. And that's why intergenerational healing is so, so important, and we all play a part in it. Arkakio. Thank you. Kinanasko metenau. Hi, hi.
Thank you, Brooke. Let's welcome Natalie.
When people ask me why I dedicate so much of my time to language revitalization, the answer is simple. When we lose a language, we're losing more than just words. We're losing our teachings, our humor, our ceremonies, and our ways of being and knowing since time immemorial. Now, I've witnessed something incredible happen. When our youth speak their language, they stand a little bit taller, our elders smile a lot brighter, and our families begin speaking to each other once again. Now, language not only preserves culture, but it restores confidence, belonging, and hope. Now, every time we speak our language, we're leaving a gift for our future generations. Miigwech.
Thank you, Natalie. And next we have Kiana. Please step forward, Kiana.
Tanse, and today I wanted to present on the importance of our oral tradition as it relates to our education philosophy. I am from the territory of Treaty 4, unceded and unsurrendered, and I'm the great-great-great-granddaughter of Chief Gabriel Cody, who is a signatory for the Soto people in Treaty 4, and when he was there, he negotiated for the education, the Little Red Schoolhouse, but they never asked for residential schools. They wanted both education philosophies, but our education system, our oral tradition, our stories are held at a higher standard. And today, with my platform, I promote that treaty right to education, because that's what's going to push generations forward, is our ability to learn and rebuild that relationship we have with learning, because it's a beautiful thing. Thank you. Hi, hi.
Thank you, Kiana. Now we have Sage.
And today I want to discuss the detrimental effects of climate change. I know I only have a few seconds to do so. I want to discuss the harmful impacts of infrastructure in our communities and how it affects us. And I also want to say that we are related to the land, and our land rights are human rights, and we are the physical manifestation of the land fighting for itself, so it's important that we act now. Nyawakoa.
Thank you very much, Sage. And next we have Kagana.
Kwe, today I wanted to chat just a little bit about our youth. I'm a teacher at a high school for grades 7 to 11 in Quebec, and I want to shout out a very special person named Maya Beaudry from my community who founded Cookum Scrunchie. She's one of my sponsors to be here today, and without her I wouldn't get to be here. So I wanted to mention her. And the reason is because every day I try to empower our youth to lead tomorrow's education, because they are the most important thing. And I have them to thank for a lot of things in my life. Sometimes our youth teach us more than we can teach them. I truly believe that, especially because I have 2 younger siblings and a younger cousin sitting in this audience today that teach me so much about myself and about what love is. Right, Kinu? Miigwech, thank you very much.
Thank you, Kagana. Please step forward, Esque.
One thing that I really appreciate through the Miss Indigenous Canada program is their emphasis on youth and leadership. For me, leadership is very important. When you're talking about youth, you must have a youth at the table with you. This is essential. This is essential for our generations and the future generations to come. You do not need to be elected on chief and council to be a leader. You are already a leader. Each one of these beautiful delegates here tonight is a leader in their own respective ways and in their own respective communities. For me, leadership is not going where there is a path and leading. It is going where there is no path and leading. Agada miigwech.
And thank you, Esque. Please step forward, Emma.
Hello, everybody. I would like to take a moment to talk about something I'm very passionate about, and that is restorative Indigenous justice. In our justice system, it isn't about the punishment, but about restoring balance to the harm that was done. We often see this being done through Indigenous justice circles. That'll be where we have the offender, the wrongdoer, and the one who received the wrong together to come up to a compromise which will solve the issue at hand without going through a punitive system. This is a more holistic way and a more healing for the community way to deal with our differences. Walalin, thank you.
Walalin, Emma. Now we have Raven.
Good evening, everyone. I stand here today with 19 other beautiful, intelligent, strong, powerful, young Indigenous leaders from all across Turtle Island. We come from different backgrounds and we have different stories, but we came here today because we all have a common goal: to create positive, long-lasting impact within our own communities. As a former child in care, I understand how important it is to invest in our youth. I understand how it feels to feel like you don't belong or to feel lost. And I also understand how important it is to create opportunities and increase representation. By doing this, we allow our youth to see themselves reflected in positions of leadership and in spaces that they thought they couldn't reach. By also creating these opportunities, we allow our youth to understand what they can do and how they can lead for a better future. Lalio.
And thank you, Raven. And last but not least, we have Heather.
Okay, good evening, everyone. I am a proud Blackfoot woman from Siksika First Nation, and today I dedicate my life to bringing people together, whether that is through empowering youth by supporting their clean energy or food sovereignty projects, or connecting communities to educational institutions or employers. I believe that when you empower youth to make decisions for themselves, that is leadership. Teaching youth to advocate, make decisions, and lead with their heart, that is leadership. Leadership is not about being the perfect or the loudest in the room. Ai kakimat. Thank you.
Thank you, Heather. Let's give another huge round of applause for our top 10. Thank you, delegates.
Now, delegates arrived on Six Nations on Monday and have taken part in a variety of activities over the past week. They were joined by Good Earth Media, who have captured the highlights in a short presentation, showcasing everything the delegates have been up to. Let's take a look at some of the unforgettable moments from their journey so far. Honestly, it was such a fantastic few days. I had the honor of getting to know all the delegates as a chaperone, and it was amazing. We were able to go to Toronto for the first time here at Miss Indigenous Canada. Lots of memories were being made, and even 12 girls got stuck in an elevator.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
And one of our delegates got stuck in the elevator twice. But now, before we meet our top 5, let's welcome back our top 10 delegates back out to the stage. Whoa. It's getting intense in here. This is the moment we'll go from 10 to 5. All right.
Delegates, if your name is called, please step forward. Good luck to you all.
And here is your top 5 in random order. All right, starting with Esque.
Natalie.
And next we have Brooke.
And my nation is rejoicing for Raven.
Woo. Okay. And last but not least, delegate to enter into the top 5 is Heather Wolfier.
There you have it, your top 5 finalists. Can I get the top 5 to remain on stage?
Okay, the time has come to the final question. Delegates, can you take a beat back? Thank you. The final question exemplifies grace under pressure. The winner of Miss Indigenous Canada will be asked many questions over the course of their reign, both on stage and off, and must have the ability to articulate themselves and show composure in any situation. Delegates, each of you will now take a turn choosing a question from the basket, and you'll have 1 minute to give your response. And when your time is up, you will hear this sound. Perfect. All right, basket please. Thank you. This dress is hard to walk in.
Oh, no
I'll
worries.
need a second.
Everyone, give a big applause to your host, Emma. Are you ready for your top 5, everybody? We will begin with the first name, Esque. Please step forward.
Stuck in an elevator.
All right, you can select your question, take a breath. Thank you very much. What is something that makes you unique? I'll repeat the question. Esque, what is something that makes you unique?
Something that makes me unique is my ability to build relationships. I've attended the United Nations Permanent Forum on Indigenous Issues, and I've built multiple relationships through that. I've been able to connect with different youth throughout Canada. This is something that makes me unique.
Thank you, Esque.
Next, we have Natalie. Please approach.
All right, how are you feeling, Natalie?
I feel fantastic.
Weren't you in the elevator too?
I was in the elevator.
All right. We're probably feeling better now than in that elevator. All right, here you guys pick a question. Which one's gonna be? This one. Okay, I'll read your question twice. What is the most important quality Miss Indigenous Canada should have? Natalie, what is the most important quality a Miss Indigenous Canada should have?
Miigwech, Emma, for that question. I think the most important quality Miss Indigenous Canada should have is the quality of being authentic, just being true to who you are, being proud of who you are, and just representing and being proud Anishinaabe, and that inspires the whole community to do the same. And one thing I really love is that our crown has the pillars of leadership and that she walks and paves the way to inspire the rest of the community. Chimigwech.
Thank you very much, Natalie.
Let's welcome Brooke.
How's it going, Brooke?
Very good. Thank you, Emma.
No problem. All right. Take a second. Is that the right one? It's the right one.
I wasn't in the elevator.
You weren't? Okay, good. All right, Brooke. Brooke, I'll repeat the question twice. How are you a role model for Indigenous youth? Brooke, how are you a role model for Indigenous youth?
Thank you for that question, Emma. My values are of heart, honesty, engagement, authenticity, respect, and trust. These lead me not just in my professional life, but also in my personal life. And when working with the youth, I find my role model tendencies come out organically, because that is who deserves to see the most honest, the most authentic leadership. And when I look at role model, I look at relationship first. I look at who is the leader. Are they sitting amongst community? Are they sitting in with the people? And we want to try to decolonize these spaces by sitting in with our communities and listening to their voices. And that's how we break down barriers. Thank you. Kinanasko mete now.
Thank you very much, Brooke.
Would Raven please step forward?
Okay, Raven, how you feeling?
Good. How are you?
Oh, good. Thank you. Here, you can pick a little question. Okay. Anyone you want. Just one. All right. And same thing. I will read the question twice. Who is your greatest role model and why? Who is your greatest role model and why?
So in my cultural presentation, I spoke about my cousin, Doreen Bernard, and I actually did want to talk about another elder, but I ran out of time. So Dr. Elder Albert Marshall is a really big role model in my life. He's from my community, and he coined the term two-eyed seeing, or Edawamtumuk, and that means viewing something with an Indigenous perspective and a Western science perspective, and putting those both together to come out to a common goal. As somebody who works in a very colonial workspace, I've noticed that not everybody shares these values, and it's just so important to continue pushing that message of two-eyed seeing to ensure that our people are able to continue on for self-governance and self-determination. Walio.
Great job, Raven. Thank you.
Last but not least, we'd like to welcome Heather. Please step forward.
Okay, Heather, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling amazing. How are you?
Woohoo! I'm feeling good.
Good.
All right, so you can pick a little question. Last one.
Last one.
Okay, Heather. I'll read the question twice, okay? What is an issue you believe young Indigenous people face, and how do you think it can be improved? One more time. What is an issue you believe young Indigenous people face, and how do you think it can be improved?
Thank you for this question. I think one of the biggest issues our young people face is not a lack of talent, it is not a lack of potential, it is a lack of opportunity. Many of our communities have disparities in education, in employment, and in the ability to have what urban centers have. I think it's our role as Indigenous peoples to build these bridges and bridge these gaps so our Indigenous youth can thrive. And we need to change the narrative that they need to leave their community to succeed. Thank you.
All right, I'm on my way back. Janelle, stall, please. This dress is too long, even for me.
I can just read the next part, no worries.
I'm on my way.
Well, thank you, Heather. Let's give it up for our top 5. Another big hand. It takes a lot to get up there and put yourself out there, and we are so proud of each and every one of you. Please, another big hand. Thank you, delegates.
Miss Indigenous Canada would not have been possible without the generous support of many sponsors and our supporters. We'd now like to take a moment to acknowledge the incredible businesses, individuals, and organizations who have helped make this event a reality. Please enjoy this video recognizing those who have made Miss Indigenous Canada possible.
Blue Hummingbird Beadwork, Candy Sea Woodwork, Nanukazi Designs, Tussin Strong, Cookham Scrunchies, East Coast Glow, AG Care, Bear Beadwork, Rocky Mountain Soap Company, Oneka, GoodMinds.com, Massey Books, Bear Activewear, Jack 59, Roots and Raven, Shop First Nations, Squalwin Botanicals, Tandy Sea Air Fresheners, Beneshi, Elevated Aesthetics, Wind Speaker Media, Miawa, Miigwech, thank you to all of our sponsors and supporters.
How are we still doing? Oh no, you sound a little lackluster. How are we doing tonight? Emma's back in her disco ball.
Oh, jeez. All right, we're here. Where are we? We're getting closer to learning the new Miss Indigenous Canada and who that will be. Oh my goodness. But before we welcome all 20 delegates back on stage, we have a very special video presentation. Here we go.
The official charity of Miss Indigenous Canada 2026 is Sunshine House, selected by none other than our outgoing title holder, Gina Boubard. Each year, our delegates are asked to fundraise and raise awareness for that year's chosen charity. In our first 2 years, our delegates raised over $36,000. For 2026, we introduced a new process in which our current reigning title holder is tasked with selecting the following year's charity of choice. Miss Indigenous Canada 2025, Gina Boubard, chose Sunshine House as this year's charity. Sunshine House is a queer and Indigenous-led community organization in Winnipeg that focuses on fulfilling the social, community, and recreational needs of its participants. Operating on a come-as-you-are philosophy, they do not require individuals to be sober to access their space. They utilize the Auntie's House model, which centers on providing safety, respect, inclusion, and autonomy. The organization provides essential day-to-day resources, harm reduction supplies, resource referrals, and more. Our delegates have been hard at work fundraising and raising awareness for Sunshine House and their mission. They have put in countless hours hosting initiatives such as art sales, clothing lines, runs, community dinners, and more, all in support of Sunshine House and their mission of social inclusion and harm reduction. It is our honor to present this check on behalf of the Miss Indigenous Canada 2026 delegates.
What you laughing at over there? I'm up here. This time last year, we were all buzzing with excitement as we waited to see who would be crowned the second Miss Indigenous Canada. They have since impressed us with their dedication and commitment to uplifting and serving Indigenous folks across the country. Let's welcome to the stage for their final farewell, Miss Indigenous Canada 2025 from Saugeen First Nation, Gina Bobard.
Good evening, everyone. How exciting is this? I can't believe we're in our third year of Miss Indigenous Canada. Yes. I just wanted to thank each of you for joining us this evening and for your investment and support for Indigenous youth leadership. And now for my final address as Miss Indigenous Canada 2025. Buju Anin, Wabashke Benesi Koyendishnakas, Seging Dunji, Makwat Dodem. I am proudly from Saugeen First Nation in Treaty 1 territory. I live in Winnipeg, Manitoba, and my spirit name is White Thunderbird Woman. It has been the honor of a lifetime to serve as Miss Indigenous Canada 2025. Over the past year, this beautiful spirit has shown me the powerful diversity of Indigenous peoples across Turtle Island and the meaning of leadership by living Mino Bimat Tizuin, the good life. Representing my home community of Saugeen First Nation on a national and international level has been a great privilege. Throughout my reign, I traveled coast to coast, learned many teachings, heard stories of survival and joy. I participated in gatherings and ceremonies that are integral to the livelihood of our communities. The teaching that guided me most throughout this year came from my late granny, Verna Mann, who taught our family to show love, kindness, and compassion to all. No matter who you were, my granny greeted everyone with a hug and a kiss. I carried her legacy with me every step of the way. I'd like to thank my family for being here, my parents, my sisters, my brother, my nieces, and my loved ones. Thank you to every community, organization, and circle that welcomed me with love and kindness. As the first Two-Spirit person to carry this title, I learned to be brave and vulnerable. I hope every Indigenous 2S LGBTQIA+ youth in our communities know that they belong in leadership. They belong in our sacred lodges, and they belong in every space where our people are shaping the future. This year taught me the importance of creating spaces for others to be seen, heard, and valued. To every elder, youth, and matriarch that I had the honor of crossing paths with, thank you for your medicine. Your love, wisdom, and kindness nourished the spirit of Miss Indigenous Canada. This title never belonged to me. She belongs to our people, and especially to our youth, who will guide our nations with love and strength. It is truly a privilege and honor to be joining you all tonight, and I look forward to see who will be crowned Miss Indigenous Canada 2026, and know that I will be there every step of the way to help them on their journey. Kichimigwech. Thank you.
So we are getting closer to finding out who the next Miss Indigenous Canada will be. But before we do that, I have one special request that I would like to make to Gina. Gina, please join me back on stage very quickly, just for one moment, as one last responsibility as Miss Indigenous Canada 2025. Gina, there you are. All right, so Gina, do you know how much we raised for Sunshine House?
I'm hoping it's a big number.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm very glad to present you some fantastic news. Your last event as Miss Indigenous Canada is now announcing and holding the big check of $40,000 that the delegates have raised for Sunshine House. Get a picture. So much hard work, fundraising, community planning goes into creating fundraisers that the delegates have hosted, each in their community across Turtle Island. And it is our greatest pleasure. $40,000! That's incredible! All right, thank you very, very much. Gina, title holders. Oh, need help? All right, Janelle. Okay, you ready?
Yes,
It's
I
getting down
am.
to the wire. I'm getting excited.
How are you feeling? Finally, the moment we all been waiting for. Let's welcome back all of our incredible delegates back to the stage.
Let's hear it, audience. Miss Indigenous Canada 2026 delegates. But before we announce the 4 runner-ups and crown our new ambassador, we have a number of special awards to recognize and to hand out here tonight.
First, we would like to take time to acknowledge each delegate, their hard work, and their successful completion of Miss Indigenous Canada program.
All right. Please join us in recognizing each delegate, starting with Brianda.
Jerry Blue Cloud.
Next, Vera DeRose.
Now we have Storm and Kenneth.
Next, Anna Nataways.
Please welcome Natalie Restoli.
And next up, we have Heaven Solomon.
Please approach Brooke Metrowiz.
Amazing.
Aww.
Cute. And next we have Esque Masti.
Please approach Tysandra Desjarlis.
No fake
Next we have Ava Rowe.
I know I'm alive for a short while, but I'll be here. I'll always be here for you, even when I'm sick.
Up next, Heather Wolfier.
Ooh, you make the bed seem worthwhile, and I know that I'll never forget you, even after we're
Next up we have Kiana Cody.
I know that I'm not perfect, and I've got an attitude.
Please approach Raven Stevens.
I hope that you notice I've got so much love for you. And
Next up we have Kegana Tanasco.
I'll be here, I'll always be here for you, even when I'm 6 feet underground. And
Next, we have Michaela Worm.
you make the best seem worthwhile. I know that I'll never forget you, even after we're both gone.
And next up we have Aurora Almanica Anause.
Remember who I was before your smile wasn't great on my heart, and love was just an image in my mind. I fell for you the way that you fall.
Up next, we have Shaylin Allison.
So slow that instantly I felt
Now we have Sage Goodleaf.
I'll fake a smile, knowing how much I miss you, knowing that I will see you soon.
Last but not least, would Emma Pickering approach? Now for our special awards. Our first award is the People's Choice Award. The winner of this award received the most online votes over the past month. This award came with a fast track to the top 10.
And the winner of the People's Choice Award is Kiana Cody.
Our next award is the Public Speaking Award. This recipient is demonstrated, oh, I can't even public speak right now. Hold on. This recipient of this award demonstrated impressive public speaking skills during the entire program and impressed us with their ease on stage. The winner of the Public Speaking Award is Raven Stevens.
Thank you, Raven. Our next award is the Cultural Knowledge Award. This is given to the delegate who scored the highest in the cultural presentation category. The winner of the Cultural Knowledge Award is Raven Stevens.
next award is the Community Leadership Award. This is presented to a delegate in recognition of their work in their community leadership project. This award came with a fast track to the top 10, as well as a $1,000 grant to support the implementation of their project. The winner of the Community Leadership Award is Emma Pickering. Good job.
Congratulations, Emma. The next award is the Congeniality Award. This was voted by the delegates who were given the criteria of choosing a delegate that they felt displayed kindness, friendship, encouragement during the duration of the program week. And the winner of the Congeniality Award is Heather Wolf-Ear.
Our next award is the Charitable Giving Award. Each delegate was asked to raise a minimum of $100 in support of the outgoing Miss Indigenous Canada's charity of choice, Sunshine House, Winnipeg. This delegate went above and beyond, raising a total of $11,000, $11,165 to be exact. This award came with a fast track to the top 10. The winner of the Charitable Giving Award is Kiana Cody. That's amazing.
That's amazing, Kiana. Congratulations. Our next special award is the Academic Achievement Award. Delegates pursuing a post-secondary education had the opportunity to submit an essay on their academic goals and achievements. The winner of this award will receive a $1,000 cash scholarship to support them in their academic
endeavors.
There we go. Thank you. The Academic Achievement Award goes to
Sage Goodleaf. I'm rubbing off on you.
Okay, the time has come. Okay, practice our public speaking skills now. We cannot miss this option.
No, we cannot. We're almost there. Before we find out who the new Miss Indigenous Canada is, we first would like to announce the 4 runners-up. Can we have the envelope, please?
The next Miss Indigenous Canada is in this envelope. Are we excited or what?
Can I get a drum roll?
Anything. Let's go. Wait, oops, sorry. Feeling my heart. Delegates, are you ready? Amazing.
Audience, are you ready?
All right, Janelle, shall we begin?
Yes. Coming in as our 4th runner-up, delegate number... Oh, sorry, it's a name. Esquimasti!
And your 3rd runner-up is delegate number... Oh,
it's a name.
Is Natalie.
The 2nd runner-up, delegate Raven Stevens. We are now down to the final two delegates. Delegates, will you please step to center stage and join hands? The next name we call out will be the first runner-up, which means the remaining delegate will be the new Miss Indigenous Canada. Should the new Miss Indigenous Canada, for any reason, be unable to fulfill their duties, the first runner-up will step in. Delegates, are you ready? Audience, are you ready?
Okay. The first runner-up of Miss Indigenous Canada 2026 is the first runner-up is Heather Wolf-Ear, which means your new Miss Indigenous Canada is Brooke